Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a trail camera review. This is a trail camera from Campark and it has an integrated solar panel mounted right on top of the trail camera. It has a built-in battery inside the trail camera. That solar panel can charge that internal battery and run this trail camera. It has the option of putting in 4 AA batteries. This camera is 4K, also has Bluetooth capabilities. It also has 3 different sensors. It has 2 side sensors and the front PIR sensor. This camera should be a very good trail camera, but of course it's going to have to prove that. We're going to put it to the test out into the field. So we're going to do a quick unboxing now. I'll show you my initial thoughts and some of the main features of the trail camera. I'm going to put it out into the woods and start collecting sample photos and videos. I'll show you how that solar panel works. Is it going to hold up on cloudy days? We're going to see what type of quality that 4K video really is. I'll then bring you back here in the end and give you my final thoughts after using this trail camera for a month or two. I'll give you the pros and cons as I see it. First, let's get into the unboxing. It is the T-180 from Campark. It does have that integrated solar panel on top. Here's some of the other features, and it does have 4K video. Inside the package we get a user's manual for the 180. Has a couple of different languages there. Here is the actual trail camera. Take a closer look at that in just a second. I also want to check out the accessories. It does have a 1/4-20 wall mount. Has a tree strap with a plastic buckle on it. And it comes with a USB cable. So let's take a closer look at the trail camera. It does have quite a bit of plastic covering here. You want to take all of those off. It does have your 2 side PIR sensors and your main PIR sensor. You have your 4K lens there. On the side it does have 2 plastic latches that when you open that up, your camera does swing away. Has some instructions here of the initial startup. The camera does take 4 AA batteries, but it is possible to run this camera on the internal battery. Let's see if there's any charge in it at all. It does power on. It does have this 3 position switch, off, set up, and on. And here are your navigation buttons for your menu. Would also have a Wi-Fi button, so it does have that capabilities. So this camera does take a micro USB card, and there's your USB port. Looking around on the back of the trail camera, it does have a place for Python lock here. Here's where your tree strap goes. It has a 1/4-20 mount on the back of the camera. A little bit of serrations there. Also would accept a padlock to keep your SD card from being stolen or your settings tampered with. Of course, on top you have that integrated solar panel. Again, that's all part of the trail camera. It's all formed right in there. Nice little compact unit. It's not very large. And as you mount that to the tree, of course the solar panel would be pointed skyward. So next I am going to fully charge that internal battery just to give it a head start. But then I'm going to place it out into the woods and we're going to start collecting sample photos and videos to show you. I'm also going to show you how that Wi-Fi setup works, how the free app from Campark works. We'll do a demonstration with that in just a bit, but I'm going to start showing you sample photos and videos as I get them from this trail camera. So I've been showing you sample videos that I've been getting from this Campark trail camera. I'm going to give you my final thoughts in just a moment, and I'll show you more sample videos and also photos that I've gotten from this camera. But first I wanted to tell you about the Wi-Fi and show you how the Wi-Fi works. So this camera is enabled with a Wi-Fi signal that you can connect to with your smartphone. Allows you to adjust the settings and also to view photos and videos that are on the trail camera. Now this does not mean it's a cellular camera. It cannot send you notifications that it has taken photos or videos, and it cannot send through the cellular network photos or videos. You have to be within about 50 feet of this camera. The camera's right over my shoulder here, back against that tree, and I'm going to show you how to connect to the Wi-Fi connection. So you download the free Campark app, and then you open up the app, and there's a couple of steps to connect to this camera. It has been working very well for me, so hopefully it continues here. The first step is the Bluetooth. You can turn on the Bluetooth, and as you can see here, the camera is recognized. I simply click on this camera that's recognized. I'm now connected to the Bluetooth on the camera. Next, I can click turn on Wi-Fi. The first time you'll probably have to enter a password. After that, it becomes a lot easier, a lot quicker. Then you simply click the plus button, and it should bring up a live feed of exactly what that camera is seeing. Now that I clicked that plus button, you can click OK, and there you can see me. I'm waving on my cart. Again, I'm approximately 50, maybe 60 feet away, and that's almost a max distance. You can't go much further. You can't be hundreds of yards away. You have to be, again, within about 50, 60 feet maximum for this to work. But as you are connected now to the Wi-Fi, you can go down here, click on that icon, and bring up photos and videos that are on this camera. You can see the latest one is my cart there. That's just scroll down through here, and we can click on one. It loads that picture up, and you can actually just scroll through, and it takes just a little bit to load it because of that Wi-Fi signal. But as you can see there's a deer in the distance running off. We can also go back and click down here in the bottom and click over to the video mode. That also loads all the videos that were on this camera. So again, we can scroll through here, click on one, and it will play the video through this Wi-Fi signal. This makes it great. You don't have to physically touch this camera. As you can see, the video is playing now, and it doesn't have really much lag there at all. It plays through rather nicely. Another very handy thing is, if we go back all the way to the original setting, we have the live feed here again. This makes setting up the camera very easy because you can connect through your Wi-Fi. You can walk around in front of the camera here and make sure the camera's seeing exactly what you want it to using this app. You can also click your settings, and every setting that's on the camera is available right here through the app. So if you'd rather not go through the menu on the camera, I find it a much easier interface to use this app. You can go in and change different settings like the sensitivity. Basically every setting that's available to be changed on this camera, you can do it right here through Wi-Fi. Now, you can download photos and videos onto your smartphone through this app. I'll be honest, it takes a little bit of time, and I simply get too many photos and videos. I get hundreds of videos, and it would take too long to do that. So I mainly rely on this Wi-Fi feature to view the settings and change the settings. I do like that, and I really like using this live feed to originally set the camera up. So I use that Wi-Fi option every time. To actually download the photos or videos, I might scroll through and look at a couple of them, but I don't physically download them. It just takes too long for me, especially with that many videos at a time. So that's the Wi-Fi app. It works very well. Actually, I don't think I've ever had it crash on me. Some of the original cameras, different makes and models with the Wi-Fi, had some trouble with the stability of their apps. This one has been working very well for me, but again, keep in mind you have to be within 50 or 60 feet for this to work. It's now time for my final thoughts. I think this camera gave me excellent quality photos and videos. Now this is advertised as a 4K video, and I thought the videos were exceptionally clear. Now this is a higher end camera, or at least a higher price tag than most cameras I review, but you do get that higher quality photos and videos with this trail camera. Now another huge feature is this integrated solar panel, and this solar panel worked great for me. In fact, I've been testing this camera for over a month now, and I've had over 100 photos and videos with it, and all that with no batteries in this camera whatsoever. I've been running 100% power from the internal battery, and that's being charged with this solar panel. Even at nighttime, this camera has had enough power to keep after running this camera on video mode. So like I said, over a month, close to a month and a half straight of running this camera with no batteries, and it's still showing almost 100%. I think it's in the high 90s right now. Now obviously your mounting location can be important to try and maximize the sunlight. The more sunlight you can get, the better. Although I have been mounting some of these cameras inside the woods, and they have been holding up quite well, even with no batteries inside the woods. Now it depends on which side of the tree you place it and what type of coverage you have. Obviously you want the most sunlight you can, but I have been impressed with this very small solar panel built right into the top of this trail camera. Other features that I really like on this camera is the spot for your security cable. I always like when they have that option. It also has a password. You can set up a unique password for this. If somebody would happen to open up this camera, they won't be able to change any of the settings or use this camera without having that password. Also has a place for a padlock that would keep the door from swinging open, and that nobody can access your SD card or your settings. As I showed you, this app works very well for me. In fact, I love using that to set up this camera and get it to point it in just the right direction. As you can see, when you do open up the camera, the lens swings away if you have this mounted to the tree. So using that app is a great option to be able to have this pointed just right and to have the perfect shot every time. The trigger distance and the trigger speed have also impressed me. I've had no reason to believe I've been missing any of the action with this camera. In fact, some of the animals were well out there at 60, 70 feet away. This camera seems to light up at nighttime, and it also detects that movement from that distance. So I have been impressed. And again, the quality, as I'm showing you, has been very good, both photos and videos, both daytime and nighttime. Wanted to move on to the negatives, but there really isn't a lot of negatives with this camera. Obviously that built-in internal battery and also that integrated solar panel, if any of those two give trouble, there's no replacing that. They're not like parts that you can swap out. Your camera would more or less be rendered useless if either one of those went bad. Again, this camera manufacturer, Campark, recommends running 4 AA batteries along with that solar panel. It can alternate if it does not have enough power in that internal battery. It'll switch to those 4 AA's. But in all my testing, again, I had already mentioned I didn't put any batteries ever in this camera. I simply relied on that internal battery and the solar panel. So they have been doing their job. I've had absolutely no trouble there. So again, the only negative would be possibly down the road and the longevity of this trail camera. So far, I've been impressed, and it's been holding up great. So again, not many negatives with this camera. In fact, this is a higher end camera, a higher dollar camera, but I think you get a little bit more bang for your buck, and I've been impressed. So I'm going to encourage you to check out the description. There's going to be a link to this trail camera. It's going to take you to the Campark website. There's also going to be a discount code that's going to save you up to 15% if you choose to purchase this camera. It is an affiliate link. I get a small commission if you do choose to purchase through that link. I do want to thank you in advance for helping out my channel and continue to bring more reviews like this. Again, check out the link in the description for more information and for that savings of up to 15%. I'd also encourage you to leave a comment down in the comment section. I really do love hearing from my viewers. If it's a question, I'll do my best to answer it, and I try and get back to each and every one of you. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.